This just in. This tea will help you know how to fight. That way, if ever you get into a situation where you egg somebody on to drag you, you won't get drugged. Drop down in the description box and click this link to get some of this NutriBurst and this tea so you can fight back, bruh. Bad. Ooh, child. Let me tell y'all something. I know I've been gone for a minute, but that fight got me back with the jump off, baby. Y'all have called Miss F.D. Ross out of hiding, baby, because y'all know only I, and only I can break this thing down the way it need to be broke down, baby. Whose fault was it? Are you Team Monique or Team Candiace? Let's talk about it. Nessa, girl, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a 30-second explanation about my absence, and then we're going to get into why I'm calling y'all today. So listen, y'all, I know I've been gone for a minute with the Real Housewives of Potomac reviews and the Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews, and a very simple, honest answer. Y'all, I've been sitting in this space for a decade, and as I'm evolving, my brain just wants to go other places. Reality TV, pop culture, what Cardi B did, what Kim Kardashian is wearing, it is all junk food content. And just sometimes, y'all, I just need to take a mental break to fill my brain up with something a little more healthier. And then when I get the itch or when I start craving sweets, I come back to it. I'm unable to do this if I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? And for weeks, I just have not been into it or passionate about it. But now that my fire has been relit, honey, let's talk about it. We're going to make up for the old and the new, because I'm going to review all the episodes I missed in short form, and then give you a thorough of the very last episode and my thoughts on this doggone fight. So let's start back with Wendy getting into that fight with Ashley. At the dinner table by Ashley bringing her baby down to Monique thing. I am here to tell you, Wendy, you were dead ass wrong. Thank God that you did apologize, but here's what I'm not understanding, right? Wendy's whole claim to fame is that she's smart and she's got degrees and she's this and she's that, but you really lack emotional intelligence, because Ashley legitimately did not do anything to you. She literally walked through the door with her baby in her diaper bag, and you were mad at her as if she did something to you. All right? Now, yes, it's fair to feel like, well, shit, if she was going to bring her baby, I could have brought mine. But if anything, then your anger or your frustration should have been pointed towards Monique and not Ashley. You can't get mad with that girl because a privilege was extended to her and she accepted it. And the fact that you just kept holding on and just taking out your frustration on this girl, it was irrational, it was not logical, and it was everything but smart. That really did boil my blood. So anywho, Candiace gets that text about Michael down to the casino, baby, with men's, women's, billy goats, and flower pots. That was shocking, and it's embarrassing to say that Michael continues to put Ashley in these situations, and we're going to talk about that a little more. Bitch, is it me? Or did y'all die? When Ashley talking about the yellow part of the crab was mustard, and then when she found out it was crab shit, the look on her face, the level of like 28 years of embarrassment that she felt crashing down. Let me tell you something. Ashley, you should have known your mama didn't know what the fuck she was talking about by the look of them goddamn wigs that she be damn wearing. And then Ashley dumbass gonna talk about, I thought it was some sort of natural mustard. Ashley people, Ashley mama, where on God's green earth do animals produce mustard? Last I checked, mustard was a concoction of herbs and spices and flowers and some other shit that grow up out the ground where Little Miss Muffin sat on her tuffet ad. It didn't come out crab puss. No, God, Ashley. Okay, and let's just pretend it was mustard. From the time the crab got out the crab board to your plate, where did this mustard come from? Oh my God, Ashley, I literally went to the bathroom, threw up, and called my phone and cussed my mama out for the old and new with the strength of the goddamn ancestors. All this time you sitting up here eating crab shit. That's why you full of damn shit. We gonna move right along. Candiace and Gizelle show Ashley that text message. I am here to say that I'm finally glad that we are growing and evolving on these reality TV shows where we're not showing people the most embarrassing parts of their lives at fucking dinner tables with 10 people watching expecting a reaction. Candiace and Gizelle most definitely handled that situation with that text message the right way. Now when it comes to Monique, this is where things start to go left, and these are the parts that now that I've watched all the episodes, that I see why y'all have been calling me to weigh in on who is right, or who I feel is right, who I feel is wrong based on what we see on the screen. I am here to say this definitively, that I am of the belief that Monique completely overreacted to Candiace and Gizelle and Ashley being in that room. That the offense that they committed in her response was disproportionate. I'm also here to say that because Monique already had underlining frustrations with Candiace, Candiace could have said, God is good, and Monique would have had an attitude. We see it all the time in friend groups. I just don't like her because she got on the brown purse. When in all actuality, you fuming about some other things. Monique is already agitated, coupled with the fact that when she brought it up at the kitchen counter and they were talking about, you know, what had happened as it relates to people's marriages, and Monique and Candiace bringing Ashley some tea about her marriage, Monique is the only one who went on this diatribe of, aren't you not going to get enough of messing with people's marriages? And da-da-da-da, we did this before. I don't understand. You were in this same situation last year. It was like, damn, who are you to chastise this damn girl? That's not your damn place. And the reality of the situation is, it hit a nerve with Monique because Candiace was involved with Sharice, and Sharice trying to damage Monique's marriage, and Monique was still frustrated and mad about all that stuff, and it was misdirected the same way Wendy's frustration was misdirected towards Ashley. Wendy sits down and we start to learn more about Wendy or Seth's point, and as we starting to get in the mix and she don't cuss Ashley out, I'm feeling Wendy. You know, I can't have a lot to say about the way Nigerian families operate, but I do know from the few Nigerian friends that I have that their family dynamic is a lot different than that of African Americans, in the sense of like the loyalty they have to their parents and the respect and the obligation they feel like they have to their parents to do certain things and marry certain people and have certain careers, and you know what the mom says goes, and your mom can rule you till she's 90 years old and all this type of stuff that just doesn't necessarily work in my setup, but I do respect other people's cultures and traditions. And it is so sad that for whatever reason Wendy's husband's family just do not see it for the marriage, because the two moms bumped heads and started bickering and it got out of control. Like, that really has to suck, especially when Wendy went down the rabbit hole of they don't know their children, they don't, you know, have not seen them as a unit. That really has to suck, and it really is a testament to the fact that that man really loves Wendy, the fact that he's able to forego his blood family for his marriage and for his children. That's a special kind of man. They've got a special kind of love. And it's weird because I would be curious to know what other factors factor into his family just not seeing it for her family, or for Wendy, when in all actuality, like, Wendy is a dope catch on paper. I mean, she's very accomplished. I just don't really see on the surface how somebody could have a problem with this union. My Nigerian people, y'all drop it in the comments and help me understand what the hell going on. So anywho, they give Ashley that information, and Ashley get in the car headed back from the trip to talk to Michael. Is it me, or when she talks to Michael, he just seems very dismissive? This lady got your baby in the backseat of the car. She's driving from a long distance trip, and you're giving her, I'm in the middle of eating lunch and reading a document. And it's like, damn, bitch, you couldn't put the document down for 10 minutes and put me on speakerphone and entertain me for a little bit. It just seems like Michael is very disinterested in all things Ashley Darby and that damn baby. Candiace and her song. Candiace was in the studio with her song with the go-go beat. The song sounds really, really good to the go-go beat. I'm in agreement with Chris. I like the song better with the go-go beat. Michael and Ashley get down to the dinner table, honey, and they get to talk about what's going on. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Ashley. You are a special kind of fool, but there's something that you did towards the end of the last episode that led me to believe you're not as stupid as people think you are. There is no way in hell. First of all, Michael claims he took the hooker, took the girl, I ain't gonna call her hooker, she was a hooker, took her upstairs took her upstairs with the intention of having sex, but did not do it because he was drunk and passed out. First of all, Michael is lying, right? You don't get that far and get drunk and passed out. Second of all, if he did not fuck her, he might as well have, because the intent was to fuck her. That's the thing, y'all. And as I mature in life and we start dissecting conflict with people, it's all about intention. So you mean to tell me that the only thing that my love didn't keep you from fucking her, our family didn't keep you from fucking her, it's the fact that you had too many Ciroc and cranberries that kept you from fucking her? Oh, really? Ciroc and cranberry got more over my man than I do. Oh, really? That hurts. And then he's a liar. He's lying. And I am glad that, listen, I'm never one to tell somebody, leave your man. You need to leave your man. People leave when they're ready to leave. Infidelity happens. Things do happen. They talked about it, and they can work through it. But at this point, Michael has proven that he just has interests that lie outside that house. And then I was shocked as hell that Ashley even opened up about them having threesomes. I'm trying to figure out, is that something that y'all did in advance of another firestorm coming down the pipeline at some point? Because it really did feel like useless information. You know what I'm saying? Y'all having threesomes in the past had absolutely nothing to do with what the hell is going on right now. So I'm like, what were you priming us up from? You caused your marriage further embarrassment by volunteering that useless information. It must be some reason why. Either that or y'all just really committed to making a really good reality TV show, because y'all got downright honest and grimy. And I was actually surprised that Michael was even down with it. And as we saw at the end, he really wasn't, because he was like, all right, can we cut? Like, I don't told too much of my damn business, and now I'm frustrated. And I guess now, the thing I don't like about Michael sometimes is like, and it's that white man shit. It's like, all right, I did something, now you owe me something. It's like his attitude, it was just one of, all right, I gave you something, now give me something in return. It's like, no, you're on a reality TV show. This is y'all's job. And quite frankly, you really don't need the show because you're rich. So I'm really not understanding why you have so much attitude about doing something that's voluntary. Like, make Ashley quit if it's just that damn troublesome for y'all ass. I like the conversation that Wendy was having with her husband about going back from maternity leave, and how basically, she accomplished what all she accomplished to fulfill her parents' fantasies, but she never thought that after all these accomplishments that she would be, slightly unhappy about her career choices or uncertain. Welcome to the club, honey. Somebody who went to grad school twice and was a corporate accountant for 9 years. I so get that struggle because the world told us, told you, told me that I don't got this piece of paper. I study hard. I didn't fall by the wayside, fall in with the wrong crowd, and now my life is supposed to be like, oh, and I'm unhappy. So that was a very interesting conversation coming from somebody who is a PhD doctor and has, the type of career that most people would die for. Monique with this Not for Lazy Moms. Monique, I am here to tell you that to Chris's mom's point in earlier seasons, you are very wasteful with the resources and not being a good steward of the money. Coming from somebody who's been vlogging for over 10 years and is making a hell of a lot of money goddamn doing it, it does not take $200,000 for you to not even have a prototype or a semblance of something that's giving you a damn return. People have been blogging, vlogging, YouTubing, and podcasting for the longest on far less. On far less. It literally takes equipment, talent, and a vision. I don't understand how you have office space. You put the cart before the horse. It's like you talking about you can't get work done at home, bitch. You're like, ooh, girl, you killing me with these first world problems. Your house is the size of a football field. You have access to nannies and stuff. I'm not understanding why you can't carve out a space in an area of your home and tell that nanny to watch them damn kids and do what it is you need to do. I know you got a gazebo or a recording studio, an in-law suite or something in the back of your damn house on all y'all acreage. So this whole you need an office space, it's like, I get that you want to be important and big and the CEO and you want to have this conglomerate and this big ass company, but sis, you're not there yet. And Chris, you a better husband than I ever be because her ass will legitimately be going on a budget and not have free reign to the damn money. Like, bitch, I need to see some products. Like, you got whole girls on Instagram who don't started $1 million weave businesses with $500 investments in the goddamn hair. What, yeah, you, Monique, you gonna have to drop down in my DMs or you gonna have to make a YouTube video or something and show me what you have done for $200,000, bitch. And I need to see more than some goddamn t-shirts and some damn mugs, okay? Because that is so brainless, cheap, easy, and lazy. Like, what the hell have you done for $200,000, Monique? You should have a whole podcast network. Like, sis, you should have called me because I could have helped you got that bitch off the damn ground. Coupled with the fact that you have visibility and star power, you should have been able to leverage that to turn Not for Lazy Moms into whatever you needed, and not with $200,000 of somebody else's damn money. Well, that's your money too, but you get what I'm saying. That's a lot of damn money. Ashley mama, Ashley, y'all was in the wrong goddamn store. While y'all in the store shopping for a damn dress for your sister, you needed to be down to Sally Beauty Supply looking for another synthetic wig for your damn man because that Shirley Murdoch husband wig was driving me crazy. And speaking of husband, honey, she got the nerve to have her get you y'all looking ass down into the thing trying to give you marital advice about what's going on with your damn husband. Girl, I was in here about to turn my sofa upside down because Ashley mama got the nerve to be on TV telling somebody about their damn husband, and her husband had her sleeping under an underpass in a tent. About to lose all her damn blessings, and you won't tell me about my damn husband? No, God, Ashley, you a better woman than I ever be because my husband that pay you and her bills would be one area where she could never speak to me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Now we get down to the main event, y'all. The wine tasting for Gizelle's book. All right. So, this is the part of the story where shit gets real. Get your popcorn, get your drink, and let's just have some honest big girl conversation. They get down to the wine tasting. The whole wine tasting goes absolutely great until the very end, okay? The very end, Monique took a very passive-aggressive jab at Candiace about Candiace canceling being on the podcast, Not for Lazy Moms. All right, let's start there. Things go well. Candiace is drinking. She's talking. Monique was like, oh, it takes you to be drunk to talk. Oh, when you drink, you talk. So that's where things started turning. All right, once again, Monique, the shit was passive aggressive as fuck. Okay, you were mad. You're bad. You are mad, and because you and Candiace have this mounting tension and shit going back and forth, the shit was just bubbling up under your skin, and you were looking for a reason to go off on the girl, to fuss with her. You want to rip her a new one because you're mad, and that is fair. We've all been there. It is completely fair. Now here, sis, I'm finna lay this shit down on the line without any chaser, without any filibustering. Hands down, in my God honest opinion, and I don't give a damn who don't like it, Candiace, you got what you was looking for. You got everything you was asking for. At the end of the day, yes, we should not be fighting. We should not be putting our hands on people. But y'all got to stop that reading and hand motions and going off on people for sport. Candiace, you completely, utterly, and totally provoked that whole goddamn situation. The over-talking, the twirling, the this, the this, the this. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? And you got drugged. Okay? It may be hood logic. It may be basic bitch logic. It may be ghetto as fuck. It may be some hood shit. Alright? But fact of the matter is, there was nowhere else to go but up when y'all start this. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Especially considering the fact that y'all are at odds and y'all have been going back and forth with each other, taking jabs and mad and don't like. Because Candiace, you actually pulled the Kenya Moore, right? You egged the shit on, and when you got more than you can bargain for, then you want to start crying and play a victim. That's not how that shit works. That's not how that shit works. And y'all gotta miss me with this. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this is gonna offend a lot of y'all, right? Y'all gotta stop with this black woman shit when it's convenient, all right? Y'all have got to stop conflating issues, and in the minute it's convenient for you, because we black women, and black women supposed to miss me with that bullshit, because you was not worried about being black women when all of this was going on, and when y'all cutting down each other's marriages, reading each other, backstabbing one another, inviting bitches, enemies to events and shit. Y'all ain't worried about being sophisticated, highly educated, well to do black women in. But then when it get down to the nitty gritty and the shit boils over, when oil and water and vinegar and baking soda mix and the shit explodes like a goddamn elementary school volcano science project for the 3rd grade to win the ribbon down to the fair, then it's about black women, and black women shouldn't be. Miss me with that bullshit, all right? You can't hijack a movement and attach it to your negative bullshit, all right? Leave the whole black woman campaign, leave that out of this. Because this ain't had nothing to do with that. This was two people who been at each other for a moment. And here's what adults need to understand, and y'all need to understand. When you don't deal with the shit, and when you don't put it to rest, this is what happens, all right? And nobody in that group hands is clean in this situation. Gizelle, Ashley, y'all have catered to stirring this pot to the point in which the shit has boiled down over. And I hope Monique learned a very valuable lesson, because Gizelle them flipped on your ass the goddamn moment they got an opportunity to. The moment Gizelle got an opportunity to flip on Monique, that's exactly what she did. And I love Karen when they was breaking up the fight, and Karen was like, wait a minute now, we not gonna sit here and just throw her up under the bus. They flipped on you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yes, let me start out and let me be clear. Let me be perfectly clear. As adults, we should not be putting our hands on people in a perfect world, but we live in an imperfect world where tempers flare up, emotions get at an all-time high, and then when you factor in alcohol and aggression, things happen. Things happen. It was unfortunate. It wasn't a good look. It was embarrassing for both of them. As adults, both of them had a responsibility to de-escalate the situation. And Candiace, I'm here to tell you, sis, you did nothing but wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. You both could have chose differently in that situation. You both could have chose differently, but Candiace, you threw a whole lot of gasoline on a pre-existing fire, and when the shit exploded, then you wanted to get your ass in the car and call Chris and cry and black woman this and black woman that. Both of y'all miss me with the bullshit. And I'm with Chris, Monique's husband. The shit is a shame. It's sad. It's unfortunate that y'all two have allowed outside forces to get all up in the midst of what y'all had. They brought, let me tell you something. Gizelle, them green-eyed heifers don't slice and dice that damn friendship in more ways than a goddamn pizza. Them hoes, they stir up mess and damn confusion, and then when the shit boil over, everybody want to play so dumb and so innocent and so coy, like they from Jack and Jill and in the Lynx and in the Boule and all this stuff, and they so fucking classy based. No, if you was truly classy, you wouldn't be stirring up all this bullshit, mess, and confusion. So there it is. That's how I feel about the damn fight. Karen and Ray talk about the disconnect in their marriage. Ray don't want to go to therapy. Karen ended up tricking him with the lady. Gizelle tells her dad about rekindling with Jamal. Giselle's dad gave her the perfect answer, right? And unfortunately, we find out at the end that how he feels on the inside doesn't match what came out of his mouth. Therefore, to a certain degree, Pops, it also makes you disingenuous and dishonest too. I mean, while you want to speak about Jamal's character and while the offense that you committed was not as deep, it still was dishonest, and it says something about your character too, that you would actually lie to your daughter's face about being able to support this situation when in all actuality you don't. Like sitting at the dinner table, it was too much for you to stomach, to the point where you walked off, and being older and less seasoned in television, didn't realize you had a hot mic on and had to spray this man down to the ground. I mean, he got 6, 7 baby mamas. How many he got, Giselle, daddy? Because quiet as it's kept, when Gizelle the kids were walking through Arizona's, and Gizelle was talking about how Jamal likes doing things for his kids, the production fish said, well, how many kids does Jamal have? And Gizelle said, well, I'm not going to speak on somebody else's kids. It's not fair to them and their mother. I'm only going to speak on my kids, which was a very good answer. But then Giselle's reluctance to answer the question got my wheels to churning, and I was thinking this. He's got obligations to other children. And as an outstanding person, you would want him to be taking care of all his children. As you start looking at a future relationship with him, what does Christmas and Thanksgiving look like? Are those other children allowed to be in your company? Are they allowed to come over to your house? If he's in the car with you going to dinner and one of those other kids call and it's an emergency and he needs to leave and get over there or go attend a graduation or something or a football game, is that a problem for you? Like, he's got other children other than Grace and your 3 kids. So what is he doing for the other kids? Are the other kids getting restaurants? And while I know that shouldn't be your concern because you're only worried about the brood that you birthed, it just raises very valid questions when we start talking about somebody's overall character. Ashley being smart. You know, I have an issue with men like Michael who cheat and then they want to blame it on outside sources. So now, Michael, you can't keep your dick in your pants and you can't keep women at your hotel room bed because your relationship is lacking intimacy. So, you know, it was a low-key way of saying it's your fault. You're not giving me what I need, so I went and got it from somewhere else. If you're missing intimacy, Ashley's missing intimacy too. And she didn't go out and get it from someone else. It was just a half-baked coward-ass excuse. And the reality of the situation is either you don't know how to honor her and respect her, or you don't. Because it really is as simple as, I love this person. Because I love them, I don't want to disrespect them. And so I won't do it. It's a fundamental way of thinking. And when somebody does not have that level of respect for you, it is very telling. Now here's what Ashley is not done. After the 5 years in her prenup, then she's guaranteed or she's open to receiving 50% of Michael's assets. But Ashley ain't no damn fool, and Michael's not gonna roll over easy and let her go to court and just get 50% of his shit without fighting. Michael will have that woman tied up in litigation for so goddamn long. She'd have been on dad twice, but she get 50% of his goddamn money. So mama said, can we get a post-nup? Can I get my guaranteed figure? Because that might be enough for me to leave and set a shot with my new nigga. Okay, she want her guaranteed figure. And, you know, it's funny, but being a businessman, I think Michael understood that language. And considering what he's done to her, he really has no legs to stand on. And I like the fact that he was like, all right, you know, I'm willing to consider this, coupled with the fact that Ashley went off and had another baby. She ain't stupid. When she asked for that post-nup, Mama said, y'all finna get my 2 beautiful kids, and I'm finna get my life set up the way I need it to be, and I'm finna sail off into the damn sunset. Either that, I'm gonna put some antifreeze in your coffee. How you like it? Then we get down to Ray and Karen, and they're talking with the radio lady who had a very amazing voice. You know, that scene was very... there's a learning lesson in this scene, right? You know, we oftentimes tell our spouses, our kids, people in our lives that we want them to be honest. And then when they're honest, we have a reaction that's so over the top and dramatic that it makes the other person feel like maybe I shouldn't have been honest. I saw Karen getting ready to go there, but she dialed it back and she went upstairs and was hurt. And it's funny because it is human nature for us to not want to hurt people around us. But you were asking Ray for honesty, and he gave it to you. He gave it to you. And you know, the unfortunate thing about love, like, lust, attraction, I have learned in my own life to stop trying to explain it. You can't make yourself like something that you don't. You can't make yourself feel something that you don't. You know, and while it sucks at the sound of saying, I'm not in love with you anymore, you can't help it. Feeling, you can't, it's something that you feel. You can't help it for whatever reason. And like the song, I can't make you love me if you don't. I can't make something make you feel something that you don't. That was a very powerful line in that Bonnie Raitt song. I can't make you feel something that you don't. All of us can think back to a relationship where somebody liked us and we didn't really like them back and they was all hurt. And it's like, damn, if I could make myself like you, listen, all the motherfuckers that like me, if I could make myself like them back, I would be married right now with a boat and 2 Bentleys. That I can't make myself feel something for you that I don't. And I think that's what Ray and Karen are going through. And I do understand why a lot of people become roommates in marriages. I mean, it happens. Coupled with the fact that they're in different stages. They've got different time schedules. There's just a lot of moving pieces going on to Karen and Ray's marriage. And I think that it may be time for Karen to reimagine what her relationship looks like, her and Ray both, and maybe let go of this fantasy of being like madly in love, newlyweds, you know, kissing, because that's just not, just the ingredients for that are not present right now in this cover. And last but not least, love don't live here no more when it comes to Gizelle daddy, because baby, he got up from the table and said what he said. Y'all, that's the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm back. It's still early. I might get in and watch Love and Hip Hop, Love and Marriage Huntsville, or whatever. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I hope you're satisfied, and I know this comment section finna be lit. Let's talk about it. Bye.